The gang starts off their latest game with Sam, who plays a tapped Spire Bluff Bridge. Then John plays a Forest, Tom plays a Sea of Clouds, and casts Omen Hawker. While Extra ends the first turn cycle with a Commercial District surveilling a card to the graveyard. As Sam takes his second turn, he plays an Island and casts both a Mind Stone and a Chromatic Star before passing. John plays a Plains, then casts his commander, Black Panther, Wakandan King, remembering his trigger on a later turn. Tom plays a tapped Elegant Parlor, surveilling to the top, aka forgetting to surveil. He casts Lava Spur Boots, then uses Hawker's mana ability to attach said boots onto himself, followed by a pass to Extra. Extra has a more standard turn, playing a Mountain, and Forest-seeking for a tapped Ketria Trial, giving the turn back to Sam. Sam plays an Island, and swiftly finishes his turn with a Slow Bad, Iron Goblin, and a pass of the turn. John plays a Plains, followed by an Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, triggering Panther to add 2 counters on a Plains, remembering last turn's trigger. Next he sends Panther at Tom, triggering Adeline to make 3 attacking humans, while Panther puts 3 more counters on his Plains. 1 human is blocked by Slowbad, and the rest go through without any issue. After combat, he passes to Tom. Tom plays a Mountain, then casts his own commander, Captain America, First Avenger. At the start of combat, Captain triggers, equipping boots onto himself, before going at Sam, and giving the turn to Extra. Extra plays a Breeding Pool, paying 2 life, then casts his commander, Storm, Force of Nature, before passing back to Sam. Sam plays a Seed of the Synod alongside his commander, Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. He then immediately sends him at John, triggering his effect to make a treasure, and sacrifice Mind Stone to search up Esoteric Duplicator, which should enter tap. After the damage is dealt, he passes. John plays a Karn's Bastion, then goes to combat, attacking Sam with Adeline, Tom with Panther, and Extra with 2 humans. This triggers Adeline once more, making 3 more attacking humans, while Panther puts 3 counters on Bastion. In his second main, he casts Horn of Gondor, making a human soldier, and triggering Panther a second time to add another counter to his Plains. Once that's done, he gives the turn to Tom. Tom plays a Spectator Seating, and casts the Spear of Leonidas. He then goes to combat, triggering Captain to equip Spear before going to attack John, triggering Spear to give Captain Double Strike. Before blocks, Tom uses Captain's second effect, unattaching Spear, to deal 2 to Panther and 1 to the Soldier, clearing the way for his commander. He then passes the turn. Extra first casts Serum Visions, followed by paying 2 life for a Gitaxian Probe targeting John. He plays a Yavimaya Coast, then casts a Thunderclap Drake, before sending Storm at John, trying to finish off his turn with a bang. Unfortunately for him, Sam doesn't want to see any unnecessary fireworks, so he casts Rapid Hybridization on Storm, turning it into a Frog Lizard. Having lost his commander, Extra is left with nothing else but to pass. Sam starts his turn by going straight to combat, where he is met by a Prismari command from Extra, trying to get back at him a bit by destroying Iron Man and making a treasure. In response, Sam activates Slowbad to sacrifice Iron Man and make 5 red, forgetting about the Duplicator trigger. He then sacrifices his star to make a blue, this time using Duplicator to make a later copy. Star then resolves to draw, alongside the command to make a treasure. In his second main, he casts a Mycosynth Wellspring, finding and playing a Mountain, followed by a Liquid Metal Torque, and an end-of-turn trigger of Duplicator to make a star copy. John plays a Mutavault and goes to combat, sending Adeline at Tom and 5 humans at Sam. Adeline triggers again, making 3 more attacking humans, one of which is blocked by the frog lizard. Before damage, John activates his horn to make an additional 9 human soldiers. And in his second main, he casts a rampant growth, getting a forest, and passes. Tom plays a mountain, casts a diamond pickaxe, and manually equips it onto Captain. He then goes to combat, triggering Captain to re-equip the spear, followed by an attack at extra, triggering spear to discard 2 and draw 2, while pickaxe makes a treasure. In his second main, he casts Oswald Fiddlebender and gives the turn to Extra. Extra simply recasts his commander, Storm, Force of Nature, plays a tap Frontier Bivouac, and passes back to Sam. Sam first activates Slowbat, sacrificing Wellspring to add 2 red, triggering Wellspring to find an island, which he then plays for turn. After that, he casts his commander, Iron Man, Titan of Innovation, and sends him at John, triggering his effect to make a treasure and sacrifice Liquid Metal Torque to get a Simulacrum Synthesizer with Scries 2 upon entering. Once the damage is dealt, he sacrifices Star to add a blue and draw, followed by both a Soul Ring and a Sculpting Steel on Simulacrum Synthesizer, triggering the original synthesizer to make a construct while the copy scries 2. After everything resolves, he passes. John plays a Plains and casts Rosy Cotton of South Lane, triggering its effect to make a food and give Adeline a counter. Ready to take out some opponents, John sends Adeline and 7 humans at Tom, while 9 humans go at Sam. This triggers Adeline, making 3 attacking humans, and Rosie to give 3 more counters to Adeline. We move to blocks, where Oswald goes under Adeline, a construct blocks a human, and a frog lizard blocks another. Before damage is dealt, John attempts to add lethal damage by activating his horn. Seeing where this is going, Tom decides he wants to stay alive for a bit longer and casts Dispatch on Rosie, exiling her before the tokens are made. The horn then resolves, making 20 human soldiers, followed by a resolution of combat. After the failed attempt, he gives the turn to Tom. Tom plays a Hengegate Pathway, then hardcasts Cauldron Complete, triggering its living weapon. Next he goes to combat, triggering Captain to equip Cauldron before sending him at John, triggering Spear to give double strike, and Pickaxe to make a treasure. Trying to keep his life total high, John blocks with all 20 humans, which are used to convoke out a March of the Multitudes for X equals 19. Once the damage is dealt, he passes the turn to Extra. Extra first casts Gale, Waterdeep Prodigy, followed by a Rampant Growth, triggering Gale on Prismari command, casting it to draw 2, discard 2, and make a treasure. Growth then resolves, followed by a Shivan Reef and an attack with Storm and Drake at John, triggering Storm to buff up his next spell. After a bit of deliberation, Extra decides to pass back to Sam, seeing as his spell will be of no use at the current moment. Sam first casts Certain Lesson, then sends Iron Man at John, triggering his effect to make a treasure, and sacrifice Duplicator to get a tapped Crystal Skull issue Spyglass. Sam then pays for the Duplicator trigger, making a copy at end of turn, followed by 2 Synthesizer triggers, making 2 constructs. In his second main, he casts Joyra, Ageless Innovator, from the top of his deck, followed by a Stormcarved Coast and the Fear of Missing Out, which triggers discarding and drawing a card. He then passes, making the Duplicator copy, once again making 2 constructs with the synthesizers. John plays a forest and swiftly goes to combat, attacking Tom with Adeline and 10 humans, while the rest goes at Sam. Adeline triggers once again, making 3 humans, before being blocked by Hawker alongside the 8 soldiers blocked by Sam's 8 creatures. Before damage, Tom activates Captain to unattach Cauldron and kill 3 soldiers, followed by an Abrade from Sam on another soldier. All of this is just for show, as Tom and Sam still take lethal damage, leaving only Extra standing in the way of victory. In his second main, he casts Arwen, Weaver of Hope, and gives extra his final turn. But one turn is all he needs, as he starts the turn with a Rockfall Veil. Next he casts Beast Within on Horn, triggering Gale to cast a Gitaxian Probe, paying 2 life. Before Beast Within resolves, John activates Horn to make 21 enhanced human soldiers. At this point, sadly, my phone died, so we don't have any video. Regardless, Extra continued with a Consider, triggering Gale to cast Serum Visions. He then attacks John with both Storm and Drake, triggering Storm once more to give a spell Storm. The spell he casts is none other than World at War, which when given Storm, gives Extra 5 more combats, dealing another 25 damage in the air and taking down the game.